Hello and welcome to today's video, where we will be discussing Operation Overlord, the code name for the Normandy landings that took place on June 6, 1944. This was the largest amphibious invasion in history and marked a turning point in World War II. By the spring of 1944, the Allies had been fighting the Germans for several years and were looking for a way to establish a foothold in mainland Europe. The plan for Operation Overlord was to launch a massive amphibious invasion of Normandy, France, with the goal of establishing a bridgehead and freeing France from German occupation. The preparations for Operation Overlord were extensive and involved the largest military build-up in history. The Allies assembled a massive force of men and equipment, including over 156,000 troops, 5,000 ships, and 11,000 aircraft. The troops trained for months in preparation for the invasion, rehearsing the assault on mock-up beaches and practicing the coordination of the various units involved in the operation. The invasion began in the early hours of June 6, 1944, with paratroopers landing behind enemy lines to secure key objectives and disrupt German communications. The main assault began later that morning, with the landing of the first wave of troops on the beaches of Normandy. Despite fierce resistance from the German defenders, the Allies managed to establish a foothold on the beaches and push inland. The Battle for Normandy was a grueling and intense conflict, with the Allies fighting their way through the dense bocage countryside and facing stiff resistance from the German forces. The Allies faced many challenges, including difficult terrain, harsh weather, and a determined enemy. However, they continued to push forward, slowly freeing France from German occupation and pushing the Germans back towards Germany. One of the key battles of the Battle for Normandy was the Battle for Caen, which lasted from June to August 1944. The city of Caen was a strategic objective for the Allies, as it was a transportation hub and a key center of communication. The Allies launched a series of attacks on the city, but faced fierce resistance from the German defenders. Despite this, the Allies eventually managed to capture the city and use it as a launching pad for further operations in Normandy. Another important battle of the Battle for Normandy was the Battle for Cherbourg, which lasted from June to July 1944. The port of Cherbourg was a key objective for the Allies, as it was a major supply center for the German forces in Normandy. The Allies launched an attack on the city and faced fierce resistance from the German defenders. Despite this, the Allies eventually managed to capture the city and secure the port, which provided them with a valuable source of supplies for their operations in Normandy. Another significant battle of the Battle for Normandy was the Battle for Sonlo, which lasted from July to August 1944. The city of Sonlo was a key objective for the Allies, as it was a transportation hub and a center of communication. The Allies launched a series of attacks on the city, but faced fierce resistance from the German defenders. Despite this, the Allies eventually managed to capture the city and use it as a launching pad for further operations in Normandy. The Battle for Normandy was also a showcase for the latest military technology, with the Allies using advanced equipment and tactics to gain an advantage. The use of tanks, aircraft, and naval gunfire support helped the Allies overcome the tough German resistance, and achieve their objectives. The battle also saw the widespread use of new technologies such as radar, which helped the Allies gain a better understanding of the battlefield and improved their ability to coordinate their operations. The impact of Operation Overlord was significant, with the Allies establishing a foothold in mainland Europe and freeing France from German occupation. The operation was a turning point in the war, as it marked the beginning of the end for the German forces in Europe. The operation also had a lasting impact on the soldiers who fought in it, many of whom were affected by the physical and psychological scars of the fighting. In conclusion, Operation Overlord was a pivotal moment in World War II and marked a turning point in the conflict. The operation demonstrated the strength and determination of the Allies, who fought against overwhelming odds to establish a foothold in mainland Europe and free France from German occupation. The operation remains a significant event in the history of Europe and serves as a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of the soldiers who fought in it. Thank you for joining us today. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.